New information this evening in a WCCO Investigate story. We discovered the State Pollution Control Agency could have alerted people whose health was at risk from lead exposure sooner. In late May, the MPCA issued a notice of violation to Gopher Resource in Eagan for exceeding lead air quality standards from January through March. People living nearby weren't told about the pollution problem until July. Senior investigative reporter Jennifer Merrily is here with what you uncovered. We're all ears.
Yeah, well, Frank, here's what we know. The State Pollution Control Agency has the authority to notify people when there's a health risk. The Environmental Protection Agency told WCCO the agency doesn't have to wait 3 months to do so per federal law, as the MPCA told concerned residents.
Shut it down!
People who live in the area of impact voiced their concerns at a community meeting last month and expressed frustration about how the meeting was handled. Battery recycling business Gopher Resource released excessive lead emissions for 3 months earlier this year. The company says it became aware of the elevated readings in early 2025 and alerted the MPCA. Now, the state health department says there's no safe level of lead exposure. Here's where we have questions. Listen to what leaders said during a virtual meeting.
The challenging part here is that we have federal rules which require that we have 3 months of data to confirm that those lead levels exceeded those federal standards. As a result, after 3 months of data, we must physically collect the the materials from our monitors, and then we must review that very closely.
All right, the MPCA pointed to the Federal Clean Air Act, saying that's why it took so long to notify people. But it was too late for anyone to take real precautions. The Environmental Protection Agency told WCCO, quote, "The Clean Air Act does not prohibit sharing data before the 3-month rolling calculation is done." The EPA did say there is a time lag to process a day's sample. So here's what the MPCA told us in response. It's a delicate balance of sharing information and causing undue public concern and unjustified damage to a company's reputation. And we continually review our processes within MPCA and take public feedback into account. Spikes in monitoring can sometimes be attributed to monitoring equipment malfunctions or environmental anomalies, and we need to be certain of what the data shows. Well, it added the information they shared in July was part of an active investigation and under state law was considered non-public. But here's the bottom line. The community has said they want the MPCA to alert them as soon as possible when there's a pollution problem suspected that can impact health, and the agency can do that. Already, a state lawmaker has called for the legislative auditor to look into how this was handled. Now, the legislative auditor told me the office had not yet made a decision about a special review. And Frank, we should note that the MPCA told us there is an open investigation into hazardous waste management and stormwater management at Gopher Resource. This is ongoing.
I was going to say, are we going to hear more? Because you have to wonder, was the MPCA lying or do they not even understand the rules? And which both are troubling.
Yeah, here's what we know. They had the ability to let people know sooner. They gave us that comment about why the information came when it did. We'll continue to look into this.
Oh, good. All right. Well, we'll look for more. Thank you, Jen.